everyone, it's Jen on the go with another Instacart video. Happy Sunday, you guys. It's August 9th, 2020. I hope everyone had a great week Instacarting. I just finished Instacarting for the week about an hour ago. I did pretty well. I'll go over my numbers at the end of this video, but today's video is about if you are less than a 5-star right now, how do you get that rating up? I'm going to help you to get it up and to get it up fast. Before I do that, thank you so much for clicking on my channel. I really appreciate all of the comments I'm receiving and all of your support. Everyone is being so kind, more kind than not, which thank you so much. I just want to thank you. I also want to thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. It helps me to stay motivated when I get subscribers. It's about me wanting to help you with what I know in the Instacart community and just provide you content. So that's why I'm asking you to subscribe, because it's my motivator, and a thumbs up would help too. Or a thumbs down, but you know what? If you give me a thumbs down, I just want to know why. So thank you so much. I'm here to help you. So as you know, several of us are suffering from low ratings on Instacart, on their app. We all started at 5 and we're making great money. Then boom, you have a couple hits that bring your rating down. And because of that, we are penalized by not seeing lucrative batches. Oh my goodness, it's so frustrating. I had four stars since 3 weeks ago. I started getting my 4 stars. I'm like, oh no, I was perfect until then, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen to you. It's happened to me. It's going to happen to somebody who's at a 5-star, no matter what, because we can't be perfect all the time. Plus, a lot of these ratings are out of our control. If a store is low on stock, or a customer's just having a bad day, or whatever, that's not our fault. But there are some things that we can control. So here's what I thought. Instead of griping about it, I'm going to fix it. I'm a firm believer in if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same result. I had 4 stars. I'm like, oh no, because my rating dipped down to a 4.92 at the lowest. I'm like, this isn't okay. No, absolutely not. So why did I get 4 stars? Again, a lot of it's out of our control. And I know I'm going to get people saying, listen, I did everything right and the customers blah, blah, blah. I understand that. Okay, I'm not saying there's always an exception to the rule, and I hear you on that. We've all been dinged unfairly. But what we can do is change our game. So these are the things I did to actually knock off 2 stars. I was able to knock off 2 stars last week. And in the process, I got about 7 5 stars added on, because a lot of people on a lot of the shoppers on all of the Facebook groups that I follow are saying, we're not getting 5 stars. What's happening to the ratings? No one's rating us anymore. And I noticed that too when I was being a shopper at maybe a B or a B minus or a B plus or even an A. Here's what I'm telling you. I changed my customer service game and elevated it so high that it's ridiculous how high I took my customer service game. And it's been working for me, because what you want to do is provide the customer a service that they've seen like no other. Like, even if they didn't have Clorox sanitizing wipes, they would say she was the greatest person I've ever encountered. So that's what you want, and that's the goal. So to do that, you have to up your service game. And, again, you're serving the customer. They don't have to do anything for you. You have the control. We have to change our mindset in order to get there. So I think, so Thursday, I started like a new communication technique. So number 1, I'm going to give you all the tips that worked for me to get more 5 stars. And because of those 5 stars, you guys, they're climbing. So my rating's climbing back up. Those 4 stars are going to drop off so quickly. I know it, unless there's something that I couldn't control. And that does happen too. But that's where Instacart comes in, and they have to fix that. And I do believe that Instacart dude, I'm going to link his channel below in my description. He is starting a petition. He actually wants to send to Instacart tomorrow with all of the shoppers that have been unfairly penalized with a lower rating because it was out of their control. So if you could go over there and comment in his comments, and if you've had an experience where it's completely out of your control, he would like you to put that in his description box. But I will link his channel and go on his latest video, and maybe Instacart will pay attention. So, and again, this has to be something that you didn't have control over. So if it's smushed grapes, like that doesn't count, because even if you didn't think the grapes were smushed, they probably were. So it can't be anything like that. So just go check out his channel and support this, because we're all in this together, and we do need to get the rating system fixed, because there is no room for error at all. And it is exhausting and it is frustrating because they're messing with your money, right? That's what this is about. Plus, it's not fair most of the time. So all I could do is change what I can do. I'm like, what can I do different to make sure I get 5 stars? Because the stars are not adding. No one's getting stars anymore. I'm like, why isn't anyone rating? Here's what we know, you guys. Even if a customer receives a good shop, likely they're not going to rate you. Customers will only rate you if their service was really bad, or if it was incredibly great. We're like, I gotta leave a comment because my shopper was nutty great, right? So maybe those are the only 2 extremes. I don't think there's a happy medium anymore. I think customers are busy. They're not on their apps. They're over it. Maybe they've had a bad shop with a couple other Instacart shoppers. I do want to share you this, and I know not all customers are great, but these were reviews that I did research on. And these came out yesterday, and these are actual customers who are talking about their experiences with their shoppers. Most of us are great, you guys, but there's a few shoppers out there who are going to spoil the bunch and make it very hard for us to get a good rating. So, sorry, I have to put my cheaters on. I can't see. One of the comments was this, and I'm going to be really fast with this video. I just wanted to get this out here so that you can tomorrow morning change your customer service game. Take it up 1,000 more notches. That's what I did, and I'm seeing the 5 stars roll back in. It's really just that simple. So, one customer said, I would give Instacart a 0 if I could. I use this app regularly over the last few months, but enough is enough. I keep getting one shopper. She puts his name, I'll leave that out, that I repeatedly complain about, and I continue to get him. He doesn't read the instruction, shops as if he's in a race, replaces items for twice as much money, buys mushy, overripe bananas when I ask for green bananas, misses items completely. He can't ring my doorbell. He doesn't follow my delivery instructions. So she's mad. She said, I'm never using Instacart again. I'm just summarizing, you guys. They're way longer. Another person said, I placed an order including ice cream. In the comments section, I specifically said to ring the doorbell. I left my name and my phone number. The order came. The ice cream was in a single plastic bag. He plunked it down on the hot porch to melt. No doorbell was rung. Ice cream melted. Not okay. Another comment was, horrible service, shoppers with poor shopping and problem-solving skills. That's terrible. This customer said, I placed an order that included bacon. When they delivered the order, the bacon was room temp. Who knows how long it was sitting out? Absolutely disgusting. So, okay, and I'm sharing you that because, guys, this is happening. There are shoppers out there who aren't delivering a service that they signed up to deliver. And I really take offense to that. And it really makes me mad because the bad shoppers make the good shoppers have to work extra hard. It's ridiculous. So I do get that there needs to be a rating system in place for the customer's protection, because the customers are who are paying Instacart. Instacart does need to protect their customers. They also need to protect us. And hopefully the rating system can get fixed and it can be put on a sliding system somehow so that we're not penalized when we have maybe a 4.98 or whatever the rating system needs to be. So at the end of the day, the biggest complaint with Instacart is around customer service. We're in the customer service industry. If you do not like talking to customers and you don't want to see their faces, you probably need to find a different gig. That's on you. So you have to change it. So these are the things that I had to change so that I could start getting 5-star ratings. So I was really getting upset because I'm like, why am I not getting ratings? I don't understand it. I actually, now my comments are back up. I'm getting more comments because I realized I'm going above and beyond. And it's not just, you can't just deliver a B shop experience, like a B minus, a B plus, an A. You need to give them a triple A plus, and that's what they want. That's what they deserve. So these are the things that helped me. Number one, and this will fix your rating, and it's still going to take time, but it'll expedite your ratings going up because it worked for me. Number one, increase the number of batches that you are accepting. That means you need to take lower priced batches. Even if they're $10 or $11 batches, you guys don't look at it as the money. Look at it as, I need to go do this batch down at the CVS and go get the mouthwash and the toothpaste so I can do an excellent shop so I can get a good rating. That's what you need to focus on. Look at that as an opportunity to increase your rating. Okay, so just don't turn your nose down at those. You'll get back up there and you'll be getting the $60, $70, $80, $90 batches back as long as you do these things. So it's a numbers game, you guys. You need the 5 stars to go on so that your 4 stars can go off. Otherwise, they won't drop off. So you need to increase your 5 stars. And it's really hard because customers aren't leaving 5 stars anymore. They're going to rate you if you're good or if you're bad, period. So before I shop, right when you accept, number one, accept more batches. It's okay if they're lower. Don't lose money. I always say that. Make sure it's worth your while. So don't take a $10 batch if it's a half an hour away. Like, that's just not smart. But if it's down the road and you feel like you don't want to do this for $10, maybe you should think about it differently. Like, think about, I'm going to do this for $10 because that's another opportunity to get a 5 star. That's what I've been doing. Not to mention it's adding up and I'm still making pretty good money. You guys, I had a great Friday, Saturday, Sunday, especially after not working for 3 days because of the hurricane. So, numbers game, increase your batches. Number 2, when you accept the batch, what I do now, right before I get into the store, I read the notes. So there's a little eye in the sky on the top right corner of your app when you've accepted the batch, and that's where you will find the customer's information. You will see their name, you'll see the delivery time of arrival, you will see their address, and that's where you're going to see some special notes regarding delivery. A customer may say, hey, please ring the doorbell when you get to my door. Hey, I have 3 doors. I need you to take it around the back and go all the way to the end and then do that. You'll have customers that say, I've had a customer last week that said, please knock hard when you get to my door. I'm hard of hearing. If I would have not read that, I would have left them at her step and I would have received a bad review because I didn't follow the notes, and that's on me. So you guys, I never really used to do that in the beginning, and I learned that you have to do that. Like, you're doing your homework. It's like your customer profile. So you just need to know everything. In there also, you'll see instructions about how particular they are regarding their produce. Or, for instance, I need my bananas to be green. Please don't purchase avocados if they are rock hard. I had a customer yesterday that said, I only want roast beef sliced at the deli if it's very rare. Really specific notes. That's where you will find them. So pay attention to those. Now, so that's number 2. Read your notes. Do not mess up, because if you deliver to the wrong door, that's not cool. That means you didn't do your homework. You have to do your homework. Okay, so that was number 2. Sorry. Number 3. When you swipe, you're ready to swipe, you start your communication. We all know that you have to do an introductory message. Introducing yourself. It's not, you got to take it a step further. And I'm going to, in the comments below, I'm going to put my description that I usually use for each person. I tailor it here or there if I need to, but that might help you. So please feel free to use that and use it as your guide or take it verbatim. I don't care. I'm just trying to help you, you guys. So I used to just say, hi, I'm Jen. I'm going, I did my spiel, which was great. But now I take it a step further and I say, hi, Mary. My name is Jen. I'm your personal shopper this morning. It is my absolute pleasure to have the opportunity to shop for you. I did read in your notes that you would prefer green bananas. And I read that you want your roast beef to be raw, rare. Not raw, rare. But you know what I mean? I'm acknowledging that I read her notes. So already she's being heard. That sets such an enormous customer service tone. It's not even funny. You've already exceeded your customer service mark for the day, right? Just doing that alone. And then, so I do that, and then all the other emojis and whatever you want to do, make it your own. Obviously, it's your personality. It has to match you. And then I start shopping. And I'm very, so when I like get to the bananas and she asked for green and they're not green and they're bright yellow with bruises, I'll say, Mary, even though I did read your note, got it, message received, you want the green bananas, I'll send a photo. Here are all the bananas. They're a little bit on the bruised side, but I think these look good. Are they still not green enough? If not, no problem, I'll refund you. I'm even going to ask the manager in the back if he can pull some out. Taking it a step further. You have to do that for every single item that she has notes on. Every single item, just so that she's heard. You guys, that alone will secure. Let me say it this way. It still might not even give you a 5-star, but it definitely won't ding you. And that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to make money, you guys. And if this is your bread and butter, if this is your income, you have to preserve your money. It's work. Roll up your sleeves and do the extra work. We have to. So customers want to be heard. They appreciate that already. And especially when in the beginning, when you're acknowledging these notes, Mary's going to be like, unbelievable. I totally trust this girl. She's got it. I'm so excited. So you do that along the way. So acknowledge the notes in your message. And usually there's a note about something, whether it's the doorbell, whether it's please park on the side of the street, I have a dog, don't open the gate, whatever. Just acknowledge that you read the notes and don't forget to read the notes. So after your communication, that's step 3. This is another thing I do. Stay focused, work quick, but careful, and be thoughtful. So I know it's all about speed, and there's a lot of controversy about speed. I'm at a 66 second per item this week. I dropped a little bit, which is good. I think it was 69, now I'm at 66. But more important than speed, it's efficiency and quality control. You're not only in charge of the customer experience, now your quality control with the items. So all of the 4-star ratings that I received were due to produce issues. Asparagus tips weren't quite right. Like I think one broke off. I own it, my bad. Smush grapes, the Rainer cherries, Bing cherries, some of those were damaged even though they were sealed. But I have to own all of that. And I think I had a cucumber issue where the end of it was mushy. And I wasn't careful enough. That's the bottom line. So I'm owning that. So this week I decided, what can I do better? Because I need that rating to be a 5-star. This is just a personal challenge with me. I need it to go up. So I decided to really pay attention to the quality. When I say pay attention, you guys, I'm not kidding. If someone wants 6 apples, you should see me in the apples. I look at every apple this way, and you might say, I'm not doing that. They can F themselves. I'm not doing that. You've got to change your mindset, right? Like, we have to change it, and it'll pay you back in dividends, I promise. So now I scrutinize my fruits and my veg like nobody's business. I've told you this before in another video. When I have asparagus now, I triple wrap the tips in the vegetable bags, the clear ones that are provided right there, so that they're cushioned, and then I put a rubber band around the bottom so that the tips are protected, and then they stand up in my cart like this. Like you would think, like, I'm not letting anyone mess with my asparagus tips. I do that with the grapes. Here's what I do with the grapes. I'm not going to let another customer tell me they have smushed grapes. That's so ridiculous. Like, I'm losing money because somebody's grapes are smushed. Like, I can fix that. I can only control what I can fix. So I can fix that. Now, and you know grapes are the worst. I can't stand grapes. I hate measuring. I hate weighing all of it. I hate it because I can never get the weight right on the grapes too. I think I have 2 pounds, but then it's like 4 pounds. Like, what? So now with the grapes, I take the grapes that are in that hard plastic bag, I transfer them into a plastic bag. I put my hand in a plastic bag and take now out of that plastic bag the best 1 pound grapes I can find. And if they're not in that batch, I will wait. I will go until I find all the perfect grapes. And it's really helped me, you guys. And not only that, so I put the good grapes back into the plastic bag. I don't like any hanging out at the bottom. Those little ones that no one wants to eat anyway. They're all on the stems. I weigh them, and then I put them they're in the plastic bag, and then I double bag them with another bag. So it looks like I took care, and that's what this is about. I've had customers in my feedback this week tell me my groceries look perfect. And you guys, it's staging. Like your food is the star of the show here. Pair that with your customer service, you can't lose. So unfortunately, you're going to have to go the extra mile. It takes a little more time, but you just got to like make that part of your shop. And that really does help you guys. It's crazy because I watched another shopper, Instacart shopper, the other day, literally on her phone. She had it on speakerphone. She had the app up and she was just talking, not looking at what she was putting in her bag. I'm like, no wonder why. Like, what are you doing? You just put a bruised apple in that bag. Like, I was like, ooh, you're gonna get nailed for that. And I'm an observer, so I know, yeah, not everybody would have noticed that, but I did. I'm like, get off your phone and be focused for the 40 minutes you're in there. That's all. I'm just trying to help. That will help. But really be strategic with the quality of items you put in your cart. I'm even picky about the cartons, the milk. If the milk has a dent in it, I won't get it. If the olive can has a dent in the can and it's the last can, I will say to the customer, hey Mary, this is the last can of olives in the size large. There's a dent in this can. Would you like me to grab the mediums that doesn't have a dent, or are you okay with the dent? You guys, that's it. It's just excel in communication. If you think you're communicating enough, there's never such a thing. Communicate more. So that will really help you just to really make sure that the quality of the items you're choosing are like stellar. And let's say like a customer wants those bagged lettuce kits. Let's say somebody wants a Caesar salad and the expiration date expires today and that's the day they want it and there's one left. I always say, hey, Mary, there's one bagged lettuce left. The expiration date ends today. Would you still like this, or would you like me to grab you this? 9 times out of 10, she'll say, yes, I'll take that. That's fine. It's just letting them know and keeping them in the know, like taking them to the store with you, if you will. That's another thing that's going to get your 5-star up. So really quality control, you guys. Quality. Be so picky. If they want roast beef shaved thin, because that was in their notes, make sure you do that. If they want the roast beef rare, and the roast beef's not rare, you need to say, hey, listen, this is as pink as it is. Is it still not rare enough? It's just going, you know what I mean? You know what I'm getting at? It's never enough. Keep going, keep communicating. So less is not more in this case. You have to communicate more. So choose your items wisely. So stay focused was number 4. 5, choose your items wisely. That was number 5. Photograph everything through the chat. When in doubt, send a photograph. You're good. You're covered. You're not going to get dinged. You're definitely not going to get a bad rating for that. If anything, you're going to get a 5-star. It helped me. I got a lot of 5-stars this week. First time I've seen them in a while, because I'm thinking, do customers just not rate anymore? No, I had to change what I was doing. And you guys, this really did help. Just check everything. Everything. Make sure your cereal boxes aren't loose on the lids. You know what I mean? Like everything. I had a customer ask for 1.5 pound of ground beef. It wasn't on the shelf, so I had the butcher package some up for me, and I said, I'll take 1.5 pounds, please. He gave it back to me, and it was 1.2. I'm like, okay, I asked for 1.5 pounds. Can I have this redone, please? He was like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, it's for a customer. You guys know you have to like be the customer's advocate. So that wasn't okay. It'd be different if it was they didn't have any more. He was just a little lazy, didn't put quite enough on there. I'm like, no, get it right. So I'm a maniac when it comes to quality control now. I don't take it lightly. We are providing service. That is part of your job. It's part of the customer service experience. Give them the great experience. Make sure the groceries are beautiful. I would want the same thing, right? So that was that tip. That helped me a ton. Make sure also when you're choosing your items, you do grab your frozens and colds last. I always do, no matter what. Customers can see what you're scanning in what order. So it's very important that you don't put your ice cream scanned first. Do that last. Do your frozen meats last. They don't want their raw chicken in your cart for half an hour, and they're not dumb, so they know. So just really think strategically, you guys, and make good choices and be a problem solver. And one of the customer comments was, my Instacart shopper wasn't a problem solver. Like, solve the problem. You're smart. You can do this. So just take the guesswork out of everything and be smart when it comes to scanning your items in order. I always like to do the produce first, and then I skip over to all of the dry goods and the cans and the chips. But definitely frozen meat, dairy is last, and it should be like that anyway. Also, when so your number 6 is frozen meats. All the cold stuff is last. And when I'm at this stage, I added another point of communication because I'm communicating the whole way through. So kind, so sweet, emojis, LOL, whatever you have to do. I'm listening to them. If they say, oh, ha, something, I'll acknowledge that was funny, even though it might not have been. I'm just playing, you know what I mean? I'm hearing them, and customers want to be heard. So after I've grabbed maybe, let's say I have 3 gallons of ice cream to buy. Always, and this is what changed my game a little bit too, I'll say, hi, Mary. I have 3 more items to grab for you. I'm heading over to the ice cream now. Please let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to pick up for you, as I'm so happy to do so, period. If I don't hear from you, I'm heading to the checkout, and I will be on my way shortly with your groceries. And then I've added this. It has been my absolute pleasure shopping for you today, period. Emoji face. You guys, that's huge. It helped me so much. I've gotten comments saying she was the friendliest shopper, so sweet, so considerate. Like, you're just making them feel like the star of the show. Another comment today when I was on a live chat with a customer who is older, she said, I just appreciate you so much helping me. I'm elderly and I can't get out. I said, you know what? I'm taking you to the store with me. It's like you're with me. So let's shop together. Like, that helps. So I'm just really trying to personalize this and just to change the communication game along with the quality control, accepting more batches. You get the idea. So that's the ending communication. And if they haven't heard back, I'm good to go. I have the delivery instructions. I know what to do. Usually they don't add items. It's fine if they do. And then I go to the checkout. Another tip, this is huge, bag the groceries correctly. It sounds so preschool, right? But I don't get it. It is your job, quality control the whole way. Our job to make sure everything looks perfect. We're staging. That's what you're doing, you guys. You're going to get more tips. You're going to get more 5 stars. You're going to get more batches. You're going to make money. If this isn't for you, don't do it. Do something else. I love it. I actually do love it as a side gig. I'm a freak when I'm at the checkout, because this is when I'm like this. Okay, I check out, I look at who's going to bag my groceries, and usually you're familiar with your stores. You know who the good baggers are and who they're not. If it's not somebody that you trust, and I see that I don't like what they're doing with my groceries, I'll say, hi, Bob, do you mind if I just take over for you? It's just, I'm really picky about what I do, and thank you so much, and you can just take a second just to take a break. They're not offended by that, but you have to take control and don't let somebody do your job for you. If they're not doing it right, then you need to do it. And don't be afraid to speak up. I do it all the time. And at my favorite grocery stores, all the baggers know me. They're like, here comes Jen, we better get it right. They know. And if you're kind to them, you guys, they will jump through hoops to make you happy because they enjoy your company. I promise. So really pay attention, put all your cold stuff together, line up your belt, how you want it bagged. Just be the project manager when that is happening. That's huge. That way you're efficient, you're faster. And if you don't like how it's being bagged, change it and you bag it, because that's huge. Make sure also it's hot where I am, humidity. If you do have the ice cream and the frozen goods, put them in your insulated bags, whatever those may be. That really helps. It sends the message to the customer that you cared. Like the comments before, my bacon was warm, my ice cream melted. Like, that's just ridiculously not acceptable. It's like not okay. So just go the extra mile. If you don't have the insulated bags, get them. It sends a message when you're walking to the customer's porch that you care and that you're being thoughtful in this process. So put the cold items in the insulated bags before you get to the customer's house. That way, when you're walking out to their delivery spot, you have everything ready to go, along with your mask on. Never ever deliver without a mask on. I think you guys all know that. There have been people on the Instacart community that say, why do I have to wear a mask? And they don't. Well, because you're serving the customer and you're getting paid. So that's why. So you guys just wear your mask. It sends the right message, and you can get really dinged for not doing that. It's a respect thing too. Plus it keeps you safe. Number 8, drive right to the customer's house after you have the groceries in your trunk or your car. The minute you hit navigate, navigate to the customer's house, and don't take any detours. Don't stop and get gas. Don't stop and get a Diet Coke. Don't get a coffee. The customers can see now and track when you leave the store to their home. Some customers don't pay attention, but if they see that it took you a half an hour to get 2 miles down the road, they might be a little suspect. So don't do that. So to get their groceries, you have their cargo. They just spent all their money on the food that you have in your car. Get it there. So don't make any unnecessary stops unless it's an emergency, right? That happens. And then number 9, am I at 9? When you're taking the groceries out of the car, put them perfectly on their porch. I'm picky about this too, you guys. I find just the little steps you do make all the difference. So really be picky about how you put their groceries on the porch. Line up the bags perfectly. If they have 2-liter bottle of sodas, I make sure those are standing up. If they have 4 cases of seltzer water, I make sure they're all faced the right way. These things have helped me. And if they're helping me, they're going to help you. And even if you do some of them, that might be a good start. And then to add to that, if you happen to see the customer that comes out or is on the porch, I always do say, "Hi, Mary. Thank you so much. I'm Jen. It was so fun shopping for you today. Would you like me to help you put these inside?" Say that every time. There's no way they're going to go back and leave you a bad rating, even if they were out of Lysol wipes, right? So just do that if you can. A lot of us, maybe we don't want to see the customers, but we are there for the customer. And I think once you realize that, and you just have to take the level of service to crazy, you have to. And unfortunately, because of the rating system, we have to be like this. But then part of me thinks we should be doing this anyway. So maybe this is a good thing. Maybe this is a good thing for all of us. So I hope you guys can implement some of these things to help you with your rating, because a lot of you are discouraged. Don't compare yourself to other people. We're all in this together. I want you to do well. And if you do all of these things with every shop, you nailed it, right? You'd be proud of yourself. And even if you do get a bad rating and you did all those things right, you get to sleep at night knowing you did everything you could, right? So that's all this is about. I believe in you. I love that you're doing this. If you're doing this, you're a hustler, you're innovative, you're creative. So just keep positive. Don't beat yourself up for getting a bad rating, but these are the things that could really help you, because it really did make a difference for me this week. So I'm going to keep going. Oh, I said I was going to end with a numbers update. I ended up making 800 this week, but I lost 2.5 days because of the hurricane that knocked out our power. I did 200 on Friday, 200 on Saturday, and 190 today. So I should have done the 200, but I just stopped because I wanted to put this YouTube video up. So not a bad week. So tomorrow, try to implement some of these. And if you already are, then you're awesome. And if you're not, maybe even just upping your communication a little bit will help you, and just be, again, picky about everything you do and just take pride in what you do. I love it and I'm proud of it. So you guys should be too. Thank you so much for watching, for subscribing. I know it was long. Sorry, I'm wordy. And that's it. I'll check in again this week. Please be kind to one another. Have a wonderful week. Don't beat yourself up. There's enough worry in the world. We can all work together. I do appreciate your comments. I will be responding to some of you that I haven't responded to in the last 2 days. So thanks so much, guys. I'm going to end here. Catch you later. Bye.